Han Jiang, what the hell is this supposed to mean? Net profit was over 1.2 million this year, and my cut is 18,000? Cheng Yuan, who do you think you're slamming the table at? The money already hit your account, didn't it? And you're telling me this is just a tip for my hard work? Yuan, you can't look at the business like that. The company needs cash flow for next year, you have to understand. Oh, so I'm supposed to understand after you guys pocketed all the cash? Who are you giving attitude to? Jiang won those clients over by drinking with them, glass after glass. And I manage the staff, one by one. What exactly do? You don't visit clients, you don't entertain them, you don't watch the warehouse, and you don't manage anyone. You just sit in the office typing on a keyboard. Is that what you think too? Brotherhood is one thing, but business is business. Yuan, the company isn't the little street stall it used to be. Back when we didn't sign a formal partnership agreement. But now that it's time to split the money, suddenly it's all about business. That's right, there is no agreement. So what gives you the right to dictate how much of a cut you deserve? Because I put up the initial capital. Because for Yuan Chang's very first order, I was the one who calculated the exact costs so you guys even had the guts to send out a quote. Because every single time you threw out some random price off the top of your heads, I was the one working behind the scenes to clean up your mess. Cheng Yuan, don't try to intimidate us with a few spreadsheets. The clients belong to the company, the employees belong to the company. And the contracts belong to the company too. You're just a guy who types on a keyboard. Do you really think you're the boss? Fine. Then let the company run itself. Since we're laying it all out there, Cheng Yuan, starting tomorrow, you don't need to be involved in the company's operations anymore. Exactly. The clients belong to Yuan Chang, the contracts belong to Yuan Chang. The company seal and the receiving accounts are all under Yuan Chang. You can walk if you want, but don't threaten us by holding company assets hostage. Are you guys absolutely sure about this? The office is still here, the staff is still here, the clients are still here, and we just signed the Industrial Park Framework Agreement. The company doesn't rely on just you to stay afloat. Without having to pay out your dividends, the company actually saves money. Tomorrow at 9 in the morning, do a proper handover, and then you can go wherever the hell you want. Fine, I won't take a single piece of the company's business data with me. The contract directories, historical orders, master ledgers, and offline forms, tomorrow at 9 in the morning. I'll list them all out and hand them over, along with the quotation sheets, production schedules, and after-sales records. I'm leaving all of it behind. You guys can keep using the basic templates. I'll hand over all the business data without missing a thing. But from now on, I won't be here to double-check your quotes, calibrate the schedules, or clean up your messes with customer service. At the end of the day, they're just a bunch of spreadsheets. We can easily hire someone else to take over without you. There are plenty of people out there who know how to type on a keyboard. Cheng Yuan, don't flatter yourself into thinking you're irreplaceable. Then let's wait and see. Let's see just how long Yuan Chang can survive without this guy typing on a keyboard. Alright, let's keep eating. Yuan Chang will keep making money, no matter who leaves. What are you all staring at? I said, keep eating. Yuan Chang's clients are still here, the contracts are secure, and the industrial park agreement is signed. So what if we lose one Cheng Yuan? The company will keep on running just fine. There are a million guys who can type on a keyboard. We'll just hire a tech guy to take over tomorrow. And that'll be that. Boss Chin, Mr. Cheng didn't just make spreadsheets. Warehouse restocking, dispatching vehicles, managing supplier payment terms. He was the one manually recalibrating all of that every single day based on the project's status. Lao Chu, you're the warehouse manager. You're not paid to be Cheng Yuan's spokesperson. Sister Chin. With the after-sales tickets, Mr. Cheng always used to schedule in advance exactly who would reply first and who would follow up. When customer complaints pile up, I just can't keep track of them all manually. The company ran just fine before he got here, didn't it? I'm the one who went out and brought in the clients. He didn't get them by just sitting at a desk all day. Exactly. Staring at a computer screen all day long. He really thinks he's the boss around here. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., have him hand everything over completely. Then everyone can get back to work. 2000. Right on time, Cheng Yuan. Hand over the client data, the quote sheets, and the schedule lists. The historical orders, the basic client ledgers, and the inventory logs. The staff scheduling templates and the offline quote sheets. They're all right here. One flash drive and one hard copy. Check them off and sign for each item. Is that all? You make it sound like it's some huge deal. These are the core business records of the company. I'm not holding anything back. And what about that whole system of yours? The quotes, the scheduling, the inventory alerts, and the after-sales loop. Open them all up. The basic data is searchable, the offline templates work, and the export logs are all there. I told you yesterday. From now on, how you verify quotes, dispatch vehicles, and manage risks. That's entirely up to you to figure out. Cheng Yuan, and you still claim you're not holding out on us? Once you're gone, these sheets won't update themselves. How are we supposed to use them? Didn't you say last night that there are plenty of people who know how to type on a computer? Fine. If you won't verify them, then don't. The data is just a few spreadsheets anyway. I'll find someone else to take over today. Yuan Chang Company doesn't need another desk jockey. Then sign the files. Fine, I'll sign it. Now that you've handed everything over, just leave. We're busy, we don't have time for your drama. Remember, I've handed over all the business records. When the quotes are wrong, the schedules are a mess, and no one handles the after-sales, don't you dare say I didn't hand things over clearly. Don't worry about us. Without you, Yuan Chang will still open for business tomorrow. I sure hope so. Did you all see that? Everything is right here. From now on, no one is to mention Cheng Yuan's name again. It's just a system prompt. Why are you all acting like the sky is falling? Chin. The after-sales reps used to need Mr. Cheng to verify things every single day. Now, all I can look at are the export logs and the basic ledgers. As long as you can see the history logs, it's fine. We never used all this flashy nonsense before anyway. We still did business just fine. GU, take a look at this. Take over these spreadsheets and rules. I'm putting you in charge of this from now on. Boss Chin, these are just the contract directories, the client ledgers, the inventory logs, and the offline quote templates. Right, the spreadsheets are all right here, aren't they? This isn't just about taking over a spreadsheet. If I'm going to redo the quotes and scheduling, I first need to know how to estimate the labor for each type of project. How to factor in the labor, how to map out the routes, and which clients absolutely cannot be kept waiting. To put it simply, aren't you just filling in the old spreadsheets? It's not just about filling out a form. The pricing models, the scheduling logic, the inventory alerts. These all need someone who deeply understands the business to calibrate them. I told you last night, those aren't just regular spreadsheets. Shu, stop boosting his ego. I'll give Cheng Yuan a call. What do you want? Look, Yuan, we're still brothers. Things just got out of hand last night, and everyone was upset. Could you just come back and walk us through the quotes and scheduling one more time? We'll talk about the rest of what you owe me later. 18,000, and you still want to negotiate? Cheng Yuan, you can't hold the company data hostage. If you mess with our operations, don't blame us for getting ugly. I've already handed over the company data. Your names are right there on the receipt. Contract logs, basic historical order ledgers, and the offline templates. Not a single thing is missing. Then what about the pricing rules? The scheduling logic? The risk indicators? You already signed for the business files. The rules are all in the historical records. The pitfalls are detailed in the review reports, too. Last night, you said I just sit in an office typing on a computer. Since that's how you feel, you can figure out the future pitfalls yourselves. Cheng Yuan, are you really going to completely screw over your own brothers? Brotherhood is one thing, but business is business. When you guys downgraded my dividends to a mere hard work bonus, the math was already crystal clear. Without him breathing down our necks, can you rebuild the system based on his spreadsheets? I can, but the pricing models, scheduling rules, and the entire after-sales loop all need to be mapped out again. It's not something we can just whip up by this afternoon. It doesn't need to be that complicated. Just use the offline sheets for pricing and keep taking on projects. Mr. Han, we have an equipment maintenance inquiry tomorrow. We don't have the cost model. I've been dealing with clients for years, you think I don't know how to estimate a price? He's just one guy. Does he really think Yuan Chang can't survive without him? (2023-02300715), page 1 of 29. Equipment maintenance, 1 building, 3 machines. Cheng Yuan quoted a similar job before, it was around 30-something thousand. Mr. Han, this time is different. Building A is far from the warehouse, and those 3 machines are different models. We also have to shut them down for night maintenance, and expedite the spare parts. Old Chu, stop whining about risks every time you open your mouth. Cheng Yuan just made the risks sound terrifying to make himself look important. This template only covers basic labor hours, travel time, night shift labor, spare parts wear and tear, and follow-up visits. They all have to be entered manually. I've been hustling clients for years, you think I don't know the numbers? Quote 38,000, keep the price a little low so we lock in the deal first. 38,000 is really cutting it close. Once you add the parts and factor in the labor, we might be losing money before we even start. Lose money? Nonsense. Cheng Yuan always played it way too safe. Without him, our pricing is actually a lot more flexible. Mr. Han, are we really leaving the after-sales limit and penalty clauses blank? The client just wants it done fast. Put down 3 days for completion, standard after-sales support. Don't drag this out. Manager Lee, you got the quote, right? Yuan Chang has been working with you for ages, so we're definitely giving you the absolute lowest price. Mr. Han, does this 38,000 cover the spare parts, night shifts, follow-up visits, and a 3-day completion? Right? Yeah, it covers everything. You can always count on Yuan Chang. Then I'll go ahead and confirm based on this. I'll send the confirmation form this afternoon. Any delays or reworks will be penalized according to the contract. No problem at all. See that? Even without Cheng Yuan, we still bring in the deals. Mr. Han, those 3 machines in Building A are all different models. We don't have the matching parts in the warehouse. If we don't have them, buy them. What's the big deal? The client needs it done in 3 days, with night shift maintenance. If we order original parts now, the absolute fastest they'll get here is the day after tomorrow. And we have to factor in the rush delivery fees, too. Stop asking for more money every time you open your mouth. It's a 38,000 deal, and we're bleeding cash before we even start? 3 sets of original parts cost 26,000. If we want them shipped today, we have to pay up front. Didn't we used to settle the bill at the end of the month? That was when Cheng Yuan used to send them the procurement plan in advance. The model, quantity, and payment date are all clear. But this is a last-minute rush job, and I'm taking on a lot of risk here. Come on, Mr. Luo. We've been working together for so long. Don't you trust Yuan Chang by now? Mr. Han, I trust the contract, and I trust the ledger. For today's order, it's payment up front. The spare parts are 26,000, and the night shift labor is at least 6,000. Once you factor in transport and rush fees, what's left for us to make on this order? I told you from the start that 38,000 was too tight. What's the point of bringing it up now? We already took the job, so let's just get it done. The original parts are way too expensive. Just find a cheap compatible part for the X4ZAM0, as long as it works. But Ms. Chin, we can't just casually swap out parts on the site's equipment. Compatible parts are unstable. If we have to redo the work, we'll be in massive trouble. You guys have all been brainwashed by Cheng Yuan. All you ever talk about is risk this and trouble that. He used to scare people with that nonsense, and now you're trying to scare me? Just do what Xiao Yun said. Throw the cheap parts in first, and try to squeeze down the labor costs. It has to be delivered within 3 days. But Mr. Han, the agreement states that any rework will result in a penalty deduction. The client isn't going to look that closely. As long as we finish on time, nobody's going to come after us. Mr. Han, the connector is off by half a centimeter, and the parameters aren't matching up either. If we force it in, it might light up for a bit, but it won't be stable. Look, if it's off by half a centimeter, just figure out a way to adjust it. The client is inspecting it tomorrow morning, so it has to be done tonight. Mr. Han, are we really going to force this modification? If we end up frying the motherboard, we won't be able to talk our way out of it. Why are you all acting like the sky is falling? The original parts are 26,000, but this box is only 8,000. Who's going to cover the difference? Sister Chin, the confirmation sheet says there will be no compensation for the materials. Manager Lee is coming over to inspect the site in a bit. Well, then make sure you don't say a single word about the materials not matching. If the client asks, just tell them it's an upgraded replacement part. Mr. Han, this doesn't look like the original packaging. Ah, Manager Lee, this is an upgraded part we swapped in for you. The performance is exactly the same, and the delivery is a lot faster. Is it really the same? Well, it can run temporarily. But I highly recommend swapping it back to the proper matching part later. What old Chu means is that we'll be doing follow-up maintenance. Don't worry, Manager Lee, we don't cut corners here at Yuanchang. See that? Stop throwing the word risk around every 5 seconds. The real work gets done out here in the field. It's not something Cheng Yuan just brainstorms while sitting in an office. Mr. Han, is this what you meant by exactly the same performance? Mr. Han, the module parameters are reading abnormal. Didn't you just say the performance was the same? Manager Lee, we just replaced the parts on the equipment. This is normal, completely normal. No, this isn't an adaptation issue. The parameters aren't matching. If we keep running it like this, it might trigger a secondary failure. Old Chu, shut up. Mr. Han, we should really shut the machine down for now. If we force it to run, I can't guarantee what will happen. I'm asking you, can we get this back to normal tonight or not? Yes, we can. We took this job at Yuanchang and we will take full responsibility for it. We'll tune it tonight and do a free re-inspection tomorrow morning. But Mr. Han, a free re-inspection still counts as a secondary call-out. It was already factored into the quote on the confirmation sheet. The client is standing right here. What the hell are you saying that for? Oh, so you admit yourselves that this is a secondary call-out. We'll own up to this little hiccup. We won't charge any extra fees tonight, and I'll personally come supervise tomorrow morning. I'm going to put this on the record. The equipment cannot be restored tonight. Starting tomorrow, deductions will be made according to the agreement. Whenever Mr. Chang did the quotes before, he always factored in the risks of a secondary call-out. Don't you ever bring him up in front of me. Mr. Han, I want to see the correct matching module by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Otherwise, I'll be handling this order strictly by the contract. Is it too late to get the original part now? $29,000 for one tiny module? Why doesn't he just rob a bank? Mr. Chin, Manager Lee is doing the inspection at 9 o'clock. If we don't place the order right now, we definitely won't make it. Mr. Luo, we'll take that batch of parts from yesterday. Please ship them first, and I'll wire the money to you this afternoon. Mr. Han, payment up front. The express delivery truck is already waiting, but if the money doesn't arrive, I can't release the goods from the warehouse. Whenever Yuanchang got supplies before, didn't we always settle the bill at the end of the month? Why are you turning your back on us the second Cheng Yuan leaves? I'm not turning my back on you. Yuanchang, look, Cheng Yuan used to give us the procurement plans in advance. The models, quantities, and payment dates were always crystal clear. But since yesterday, you guys have been making last-minute orders, changing parts on the fly, and even triggered a side alarm. I have to manage my risks. Do you really think I'd short you $29,000? If you have the part, then wire the money first. The second I get the money, I'll ship the goods. Mr. Han, Manager Lee just texted. If he doesn't see the matching module by 9 o'clock, He'll deduct a 3,000 penalty for the first day as per the agreement. If we wire the 29,000 now, what about payroll at the end of the month? Let's just survive this first. We'll plug the gap for now. We'll delay the salaries by a couple of days if we have to. Mr. Han. Just because the money is in the account doesn't mean we can spend it all. I told you, do not bring him up. Manager Lee, we've already bought the module, it's on the way. Mr. Han, it is now 8:58. You promised last night that the matching module would be here by 9 o'clock. If it's not here, you're past the deadline. It's on the way, it'll just be a tiny bit late. The confirmation sheet clearly says 9 o'clock. I will email you the notice for the first 3,000 penalty. The penalty notice just came through. It's just 3,000. Once the project is finished, we'll easily make it back. $29,000 for the OEM part, $6,000 for night shift labor, $1,500 for the express truck, and we just got penalized another $3,000. Mr. Han, they were tearing down and rebuilding the equipment all night. The workers are also demanding overtime pay. They want overtime pay? They screwed up the job and they still have the nerve to ask for extra money? It's not that the workers screwed up. It's because the spare part we started with didn't match. Now that we're swapping in the original part, they have to recalibrate everything. This is our first time not having Cheng Yuan double-check things. It's normal to have a few hiccups. Let's just finish the order and keep the client happy, we'll make the money back later. Mr. Han, Manager Lee just sent over an additional demand. He says we absolutely have to submit the complete maintenance logs and the bill of materials today. The bill of materials? He said he snapped a photo of the compatible parts packaging last night. He wants us to explain why we installed an off-brand part in the first place. Do not write down off-brand part on the log. Write temporary testing part. Mr. Han, there are security cameras in the equipment room, and Manager Lee already took pictures. We can't just fake the logs. Then what do you suggest we do? Do you want to write down that we used a cheap knockoff? And let the client penalize us even more? When Mr. Cheng was here, he used to factor the material compatibility, the lead time for spares, and the after-sales risks all into the initial quote. Now the issue isn't what we put on the logs. The problem is that our pricing was completely wrong from the start. We still need to tally up, enough. Stop dragging Cheng Yuan into everything. Manager Lee said. If we don't hand over the material explanation before closing time today, the industrial park will freeze all future projects with Yuan Cheng. Freeze our contracts? Fine, let them freeze it. Just focus on finishing this job first. Call the finance office. Write this down. Due to on-site testing requirements, an upgraded replacement module was temporarily utilized. Performance matches the original parts. Chin, Manager Lee took photos of the packaging, and the invoice clearly says, compatible module. What does the packaging prove? The clients don't understand any of this anyway. Just write down what Xiao Yun told you. Leave it as unresolved. Mr. Han, the second we send this statement out, it means Yuan Cheng is officially claiming there's absolutely nothing wrong with the materials. If the equipment triggers an alarm again later, all the blame falls entirely on us. Lao Chu, why are you siding with outsiders every single time you open your mouth today? Who pays your salary? Is it Cheng Yuan, or is it Yuan Cheng? I'm just trying to save Yuan Cheng from having to pay massive compensation. If we're going to claim the performance matches the original, we really need a testing report. Otherwise, when the client starts asking questions, I have absolutely no way to prove it. You guys are all so scared of your own shadows. Back when Cheng Yuan was here, I never saw clients breathing down our necks for reports every single day. Well, Mr. Cheng used to get the material lists ready in advance. And send them out. Clients just want to see a good attitude, not listen to all this technical garbage. Blue form. Mr. Han, I absolutely cannot accept this statement from you guys. Blue text. The photos, packaging, and the invoice completely contradict your statement. Manager Lee, it really is an upgraded replacement part. We just didn't finish the debugging last night. Then please submit the testing report by 5 p.m. this afternoon. along with the proof of delivery for the original matching parts and the secondary maintenance plan. Until you submit those, all future maintenance projects in the park are completely suspended for Yuancheng. Pending resolution. Let them suspend it then. We just need to bluff our way through this order first. Mr. Han, both projects are rushing us at the exact same time this morning. Mr. Cheng used to prioritize them in advance. Now, all we get are these warning reminders. Mr. Cheng used to rank the priorities based on breach of contract risks and delivery routes. Now both orders are flashing red. What's so hard about that? Building B has a meeting, so we deliver to Building B first. If the supplies for Building C are 10 minutes late, nobody is going to die. The problem is we only have one van. After little Lou finishes dropping off at Building B and heads to Building C, it'll take at least 40 minutes. Mr. Han, they have to go up to the 16th floor at Building B. Someone has to carry all those meeting materials up there. It'll be tight just to finish delivering by 9 o'clock. Then we deliver to Building B first. Tell Building C to just wait. The moment a client rushes you, you guys get all scared. Building C is calling on the phone. Little Shaw, our printing area is completely out of paper. If it's not here by 9, we won't be able to print today's training materials. Didn't you guys confirm this with us last night? We're making arrangements right now. Don't worry, it's on the way. It will absolutely be there. Mr. Han, our meeting starts at 9:30, and the nameplates and projector cables still aren't here. Manager Shu is attending today too, you guys better not drop the ball on this. Secure Building B first. Manager Shu is there, we cannot afford to lose face. Then what about Building C? You just told them it was already on the way. If I said it's on the way, then find a way to get it on the way. Little Lou, you take Building B's stuff first. Lao Chu, go find a tricycle and deliver a batch to Building C first. There's over a dozen boxes of supplies in total, a tricycle can't carry all that. Plus, it'll easily get ruined in the rain. Just deliver as much as you can. Stop constantly telling me what you can't do. Mr. Cheng would never have let two orders clash like this. Are you bringing him up again? Mr. Han, the meeting starts at 9:30 and it's already 9:20. The nameplates, the projector cables, the meeting gift bags, not a single thing is set up. The traffic is a bit heavy, we'll get it sorted right away. 10 minutes. Just give us 10 minutes. Mr. Han, Building C is completely out of paper. They can't print the training materials at all. The clients are shooting videos at the front desk. They're saying Yuancheng doesn't keep its promises. Tell Lao Chu to hurry up and deliver it. The tricycle Lao Chu found could only carry 4 boxes. One box even got wet on the way, and Building C says they won't accept loose cargo. Forget about Building C for now. Manager Shu is already at Building B. Just hold the fort here. B01. Mr. Han, is this Yuancheng's annual service standard? Manager Shu, it's just a minor hiccup today. It will be sorted out right away. The maintenance report for Building A hasn't been submitted yet. 3 projects, and they all failed in a single day. And you call this a minor hiccup? Back when Mr. Cheng was here, when did we ever fail to have everything set up half an hour early? B2. Now we have to nag you just to get a single cable. The past, stop bringing up the past. I am personally keeping an eye on things today, it will definitely be handled. Before 5 p.m. this afternoon, I want the scheduling records for today's 3 services. The person responsible, the reasons for the delay, and the rectification plan sent to me. If you can't produce a complete record, the industrial park will re-evaluate Yuancheng's annual framework qualification. Consumables not delivered on time, training delayed, compensation demanded. Pending. Mr. Han, you were the one who promised Building B over the phone that we'd be there right away, and I was the one who replied to Building C that we were on the way. And Sister Chin was the one who sent the material instructions for Building A. The timelines just don't match up. Pending. Then smooth out the timeline. Write down that building B was delivered first, then building C, with building A handled at the same time. We can't write that. When the tricycle was delivering to building C, the materials at building B hadn't even been fully unloaded yet. You can check that on the warehouse security cameras. Pending. What Shu Likun wants is a rectification plan. Not for you guys to shoot yourselves in the foot. Mr. Han, the files only have the final ledger. Why was building B delivered first? How did the person in charge change? How was the work order closed? None of these decision processes are fully documented. Aren't you the tech guy? Can't you restore it? Without Cheng Yuan's original decision logic back then, I just can't piece together a complete basis for the schedule. Pending. I could only piece it together like this based on the chat logs. But if Manager Shu asks why 2 9 a.m. orders only had one vehicle dispatched, this spreadsheet won't be able to explain it. Then just write down that the vehicle had a sudden breakdown. The vehicle didn't break down. Vehicle dispatch. Little Lou drove the car to building B. Vehicle dispatch. The moment they ask the driver, the whole lie falls apart. Whose side are you on anyway? Are you dead set on driving this company into the ground? It's because you guys refuse to admit that you messed up the schedule. Enough. Pending. Just write it off as a staff handover issue, a deviation in manual dispatching. Pending. Put Old Chu down as the person responsible. Mr. Han, Old Chu explicitly warned you. You were the one who said to secure building B first. I am the boss, I am responsible for making decisions. If there's a problem with execution, it's the fault of warehouse dispatch. We just need to get past Shu Likun right now. Old Chu, take the fall for this one. The company won't forget this and will make it up to you later. When Mr. Cheng was here, whoever was responsible, it was written crystal clear in the records. No one could pass the buck like this. Cheng Yuan again, always Cheng Yuan. I am not taking the blame for this. Old Chu, we are asking you to cooperate so the company can survive this crisis. Not for you to throw a temper tantrum. I warned you last night that the spare parts didn't match, and I warned you again today about the schedule clash. You guys refused to listen, and now you want me to sign off and take the blame? You are the warehouse supervisor. If there's an issue with warehouse dispatch, who else is supposed to take the blame if not you? You're the one who approved the dispatch schedule. You sent the truck to building B, and you made me find that tricycle at the last minute. Lou can back me up. Shaw, send out the correction report. Miss Chin, Manager Shu asked for the real logs. If we send a fake one, it's gonna be a bigger mess later. Are you all turning against me now? Mr. Han, did you send the correction report? Right away, Manager Shu, we're putting it together now. Let me remind you, the person responsible must sign the statement themselves. Also, your driver Lou already told the front desk at building B that the truck went there first. It wasn't a vehicle breakdown. Manager Shu, there was some miscommunication in between. We'll handle it internally. Don't want your internal excuses. I want the real dispatch logs and the real reason for the delay. If you and Chang can't even get the facts straight, we can't evaluate any future cooperation. Why the hell would Lou tell them that? Because he was telling the truth. Old Chu, think this through carefully. At your age, finding another job won't be easy. Pending. I've thought it through. Pending. If you want me to do the work, fine, boss. But taking the fall for your fake reports? No way. If he won't sign, he won't sign. Put it down as a department error. Yeah, just send it out first so Shu Likun doesn't keep hounding us. You don't even dare to write down who's responsible, and you call this a correction? You, get out. You and Chang will keep running just fine without you old-timers. Shaw, send it. Manager Shu rejected it. He's just making things difficult on purpose. Manager Shu, we just submitted it. Could you maybe give us another chance? Mr. Han, you submitted a blank accountability form. Pending. The material report for Building A is incomplete, the meeting in Building B was delayed, and restocking for Building C was interrupted. And now you can't even write down who is actually responsible. Today was just a temporary mess. There's nothing wrong with our company's capabilities. Capabilities aren't just empty words. In the past, Cheng Yuan could follow through on dispatches, spare parts, and follow-ups. Now that he's gone, you guys can't even get your story straight on where the truck went first. Manager Shu, this company belongs to Yuan Cheng, not Cheng Yuan. The contracts, the stamps, the clients, they're all with Yuan Cheng. He used to just help out with spreadsheets. Don't put him on such a high pedestal. What I care about are the results. Before 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, bring the complete logs to the business park and explain this in person. Until then, all new dispatch orders for buildings A, B, and C are suspended. Call GU. Tell him to restore Cheng Yuan's dispatching algorithm. Okay, Mr. Han, I told you yesterday. Pending. I can only see the final results spreadsheets. How each dispatch rule was made, how client priorities are judged. I can't figure that out. Then what the hell are we paying you for? Pending. I'm just an outsourced tech guy. I don't know the costs of your projects or your clients' tempers. Without that business logic, I can't restore it. 10 o'clock tomorrow. What are we supposed to show them? The logs. The project evaluation files. Yesterday's dispatch issue was mainly because the warehouse and dispatch didn't coordinate well. Mr. Han, I'm here to explain the situation, not to take the fall for a fake mistake. We've already sorted it out internally. We'll improve our communication moving forward. I guarantee it won't happen again. Improve communication? Free T. /book. You can't get through to customer service, and you can't even fill out who's responsible. Your problem isn't just a lack of communication. Manager Shu, what company doesn't make a little mistake? Yuan Chang has been in business for years, our foundation is still solid. If the basics are all there, why are there no spare parts details in the original quote? Why were third-party parts used on site first? And why didn't anyone warn us about the second round of repairs? Cheng Yuan used to fill in all these details for us. We just haven't had the time to sort them out yet. Then show me the review records. As for the Lake Industrial Park, we're still putting the files together, it's gonna take some time. Yesterday you guys told me Cheng Yuan just made spreadsheets. But today, the second I ask for the logs, the pricing guidelines, the dispatch tracking, the follow-up loops, it all relied on his daily judgment. Mr. Han, this isn't just about messy paperwork. Our entire core operation is completely broken. When Cheng Yuan was around, he knew exactly which orders to prioritize, and which parts could be swapped. He knew which clients we couldn't keep waiting, and he warned us ahead of time. He wasn't just sitting in the office slacking off. He was the one shielding us from all the disasters. Look, old Chu. When Cheng Yuan left, we didn't just lose a guy, we lost the brains of the whole operation. I'm giving Yuan Chang exactly 1 week. The pricing models, the spare parts standards, the dispatch logs, and the after-sales loops. If even one of those 4 is missing, we are suspending all future projects for the industrial park. 1 week is plenty, we'll definitely get everything fixed. And I don't just mean writing empty promises. I want a system that actually works. Everyone keeps using Cheng Yuan to scare me. You really think the company is gonna collapse without him? Chin, we've got a problem. Someone is asking in the client group chat again. They want to know who's handling all the unresolved support tickets from yesterday. Mr. Han, 3 different people have asked in the chat. Nobody knows who's taking yesterday's tickets, and no one dares to answer. Just tell them we're working on it. Don't let them keep spamming the chat. But we don't have a dispatcher. Even if we reply, nobody is actually going to do the work. If we drag this out until the afternoon, we're gonna get bombarded with complaints again. Are you good for anything besides complaining? See this? As long as we secure this contract, Shu Likun will see that Yuan Chang still has what it takes. It's just a training seminar, the materials are super simple. Name tags, printed folders, and a few bottles of water. It's not nearly as complicated as repairing equipment. But we're loading in at 10 p.m. tonight and delivering by 8 a.m. tomorrow. You have to factor in the overnight labor, the rental vans, the rush printing fees, and the on-site damages. We have to calculate all of that. Stop using Cheng Yuan's old tricks to scare me. It's just physical supplies, anyone can run those numbers. The standard quote is 26,000, and our competitors are pitching the exact same. If we bid 19,800, it's a guaranteed win. 19,800? The rush printing and the overnight delivery alone will eat up most of that. And that's not even counting the labor costs. Just win the bid first, we'll figure it out later. You guys used to let Cheng Yuan nickel and dime everything, that's why we missed out on so many chances to make money. We won the bid, see that? Even without Cheng Yuan, this company can still close deals. This isn't winning a bid, this is literally paying them to let us work. Stop being so dramatic. How much money could we possibly lose on a few supplies? Stop being so obsessed with the exact numbers, the project isn't even over yet. Just get the profit margins drafted up and show them to me first. We'll push the printing fees to the back for now, and list the labor as temporary support. We can deal with the damages once the client confirms everything. Chin, Boss Luo just called asking for his payment again, and Ah Feng texted me too. He says last night's overtime pay absolutely has to be settled by tonight. Do you not know how to knock before you walk in? I'm not the one managing the finances, I'm just terrified of what the clients are gonna say. We've got deductions in Building A, delays in Building B, restocking in Building C. And on top of that, the training seminar is completely rushed. And all of this is happening in the exact same week. You're freaking out this much just because the client pushed a little? Just get the standard replies sent in the group chat first. Boss Chin, for last night's rush printing and delivery, settle the 22,400 first. From now on, no payment, no rush orders. Boss Luo, Yuan Chang has been working with you for years. Don't be so rigid, we're getting paid tomorrow and I'll sort it out immediately. I used to wait because Cheng Yuan would always give me the purchasing plan and payment schedule in advance. Now you guys drop rush orders on me every single day and you keep dragging out the payments. I just can't afford to take that risk anymore. Sister Chin, if we don't factor in this pending payments sheet, the profit numbers Mr. Han sees will be completely fake. Shaw, customer service handles customer service, and finance handles finance. If you keep snooping around, I really can't guarantee your paycheck will be on time next month. Send this to me, I'm taking it straight to Shu Likun tomorrow. Yuan Chang is still making money. Cheng, someone from the Qinghu Business Park was asking about you. Word is, Yuan Chang is a total mess lately. A bunch of clients want to know if you can take them on. Old contracts are old contracts, we can't cross those boundaries. We only take on brand new projects, or submit public bids once their current contracts expire. Mr. Cheng, I'm Joe Keeming. I do support services for small office parks. We met back at Qinghu. You were the one who warned me not to forget about night deliveries. I remember. You ended up not losing money on that gig. Well, I almost took a hit again this time. I took on a materials order for an incubator's grand opening. The client is rushing me. I quoted them 32,000, but the more I look at it, the more off it feels. I was hoping you could take a look. You missed 2 return trips. Night 1 is setup, day 2 is restocking materials. Then there's the afternoon teardown. You didn't factor in vehicle or labor costs for any of that. The client pays 15 days after inspection, but your suppliers demand cash up front. So, can I even take this job? You can, but not at 32,000. The absolute minimum is 38,000, and you have to change the terms to 40% up front. Otherwise, you'll look profitable on paper, but your cash flow will die first. I went to 2 other guys before this, and they only helped me make the spreadsheets look pretty. Not one of them told me this job would kill my cash flow. Spreadsheets don't save you, good judgment does. Mr. Cheng, I'm not buying spreadsheets. I want to hire you for a full process audit. Whatever your rules are, I'm in. Cheng, that's our first official deal. New project process audits will not involve any existing contract disputes. Make sure that's written in. We set the standards, we don't wade into muddy waters. See that? Yuan Chang is still making money just fine without you. Cheng, the first contract is signed. Should we post it on social media? Finish Mr. Joe's risk assessment first. Signing the contract doesn't mean we're in the clear yet. Mr. Cheng, I'll go back and requote them at 38,000 right away. I'll make sure the upfront payment is in there too. If the client says no, don't force it. Missing out on one payday is a lot better than bleeding cash just to save face. Mr. Cheng, this is Lin Man from Ruhe Office Supplies. We still have a batch of monthly materials pending with Yuan Cheng. They've missed 3 deliveries already. The training room is completely out of paper. Can you just take over directly? I'll pay you out of pocket. The contract is still under Yuan Cheng, so I can't take it. But they can't even do the job right now. Our internal training starts tomorrow. If we're out of paper and ink, it's my head on the chopping block. I can help you make a checklist for the inspection, and tell you exactly what to demand from Yuan Cheng based on the contract. But I can't interfere with an ongoing project, and I definitely won't poach an order halfway through. You can clearly do this, so why won't you take the job? Aren't you just handing Yuan Cheng an opportunity? If I poach Yuan Cheng's existing order today, everyone else will worry I'll poach theirs tomorrow. Look, you can't just do business for a quick thrill. Through the contract. Through the experts, nay. No wonder things were always so clear when we worked together before. You even set strict boundaries on the money you could easily make. Just write down the exact missed delivery times, the follow-up records, and the full scope of the impact. Once the contract ends, send me an inquiry and I'll give you a quote based on standard pricing. Deal. Once this contract is up, you'll be the first person I call. He hasn't even dealt with today's stock shortage, yet he's still in the group chat claiming it's all handled. Save the evidence, and do everything strictly by the book. Cheng, we could make good money today if we take this order. Poached money will only turn into a headache sooner or later. If you want to stay in business for the long haul, you have to play by the rules from day one. Don't think you can turn things around just because a client came looking for you. Mr. Han, Lin Man is rushing us again for the print order. She said the training room class starts at 9 a.m. The paper and ink have to be delivered before 8 o'clock. Then deliver them. Didn't you say it was already taken care of? We don't have enough of the original spec paper, and we're short 2 original ink cartridges. If we go to Luo Jiancheng now, we have to pay up front plus a rush fee. The original specs for enterprise services are just too expensive. Just use replacement paper with the same weight, and grab the compatible ink cartridges. As long as it prints, it's fine. It's not like the client is going to measure it with a ruler. But the contract specifies the brand and specs. If the training paper is too thin, double-sided printing will bleed right through. And those compatible ink cartridges leak toner. If the machine jams, it'll be an even bigger mess on site. All you guys ever do is complain about trouble. The clients are already running to Cheng Yuan. If we don't deliver this right now, he's actually going to steal them right out from under us. Mr. Han, we still haven't been paid for last night's late delivery to the training center, and today you want us to do an early run to Ruhe? How are you going to calculate our gas and overtime? The company is in a tight spot right now, just cover it yourself for now. Why is it always about money with you? Do you even want this job? I've been driving all night, I can't even afford to cover the gas anymore. Just make the delivery. If we lose this order, you can all kiss your bonuses goodbye. Mr. Han, something went wrong at the Ruhe site. Now what? Mr. Han, the paper you sent is so thin you can see the text bleeding right through it, and the cartridges leaked toner the second we installed them. The machine completely jammed halfway through printing the training materials. You said yesterday that everything was taken care of. Is this what you meant? Ms. Lin, it was just a temporary substitution. It won't affect your usage. The damage is already done. 3 missed deliveries using temporary substitutes that don't meet the specs, and completely disrupting our training. I will be documenting everything strictly according to the contract. Give me a resolution plan before noon today. Enterprise Services, Chin, we saved 800 on the replacement paper, and 600 on the compatible ink. But now, with the redelivery, the temporary labor, and the client compensation, it's estimated to cost us over 7,000. The compensation is just an estimate, it's not like the money has actually been deducted yet. Do we have to write another explanation? We didn't save any money this time. We just dug ourselves an even deeper hole. It's just a standard correction form, isn't it? Just fill in the time, the personnel, and the resolution results, and send it over before 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Mr. Han, I can't fill it out. Yuan Chang correction form. That Ruhe order was never scheduled in advance, and the supplier list clearly stated the original specs, but we actually delivered replacement paper and compatible ink. Then just write same spec substitutes. Don't write yourself into a corner on paper. They aren't the same specs. The contract clearly states a specific brand, but what we sent over wasn't it. Lin Man took photos. You can clearly see the boxes and the ink cartridge labels. The supplier swapped the inventory at the last minute, but we've already managed it on site. We absolutely did not manage it on site. The training materials were delayed for half an hour. Lin Man demanded a solution by noon, and we still haven't even sent anyone over to double check. Why do you always have to undermine me like this? I am just filling out the report, but every single box on this form has to match the actual facts. And right now, they simply don't match. Sister Chin, the folks at Ruhe are making me wait for the new paper and ink, but my car is completely out of gas. I haven't even been paid for last night or today's overtime yet. I really cannot make this trip. The whole company is putting out fires right now. How can you even bring up money? It's not like I don't want to help out. I just cannot front the cash out of my own pocket anymore. And there's absolutely no one we can put down as the point person. Little Lu won't drive. Old Chu doesn't have the original parts over here. Boss Luo is demanding cash up front, and Lin Man is still waiting for our answer. Put my name down. You? I will personally head over to the industrial park tomorrow. Doesn't Manager Shu want a complete fix? I will talk to him face to face. 3 days. We will fix every single issue within 3 days. 3 days? Mr. Han. Manpower, spare parts, driving routes, and the old complaints are still a total mess. How on earth are you going to fix all of that in just 3 days? The client just wants to see our attitude. We have to put the promise out there first. We will figure out a way later. This isn't fixing the problem, it's just writing a brand new bad check. "3 days, manpower, vehicles, spare parts, suppliers, and the after-sales follow-ups." How exactly are we going to schedule all of this? Manager Shu, I have to be clear. 2023142215, Little Lu only has one car, and his gas money and night shift pay still haven't been settled. Building his replacement parts need to be retested, which takes at least half a day. Getting it all done in 3 days? There is simply no way to schedule that. Old Chu. I am just stating the facts here. The Ruhe training room is still waiting for paper right now. Yesterday in the group chat, you guys said it was already sorted out. But what actually got delivered to the site were completely off-spec substitutes. And the equipment recheck for building A still isn't finished either. The issue with the previous materials still hasn't been resolved to this day. I will keep an eye on it personally. The client doesn't care about our difficulties, they care about our attitude. 3 days, Yuan Chang will definitely deliver results. Mr. Han, I am holding you to those words. In 3 days, I want to see actual results, not just empty slogans. Mr. Han, Ruhe has only received half of their order. Building C hasn't gotten their delivery yet, and we've only retested a single machine in Building A. Nobody signed off on the follow-up for Building B. Just write down what we have already finished for now. For everything else, just write follow-up in progress. I can't write that anymore. The guys are exhausted and the cars can't even run. We are completely running on empty. Little Lu just called. He said if he doesn't get his gas money, he is not taking the car out tonight. Mr. Han, the client is calling us out by name in the group chat. I told you from the very start, there is no way we can fix all this in 3 days. What's the point of saying all this now? No point at all. The complaint forms are still pending, but I can't keep pulling all-nighters for impossible promises anymore. What is that supposed to mean? I quit. Lao Chu, don't try to threaten the company with quitting. We are desperately short-handed right now. Short-handed? And yet you docked my performance bonus. When we were short on trucks, you made Xiao Lu pay for gas out of pocket. When we were short on stock, you made me use cheap knockoffs to scam the clients. And when you needed a scapegoat, you pinned the blame on me. The company took care of you for years, and now you're just walking away? You ungrateful traitor. Mr. Han, I've poured 6 years of my life into Yuancheng. During peak seasons, I was unloading freight at 2 in the morning. And still dispatching trucks by 7 in the morning. It's not the hard work I'm afraid of. You make empty promises to whoever yells the loudest, and throw whoever tells the truth right under the bus. We're not running a business here, we're just blindly crashing around. Think this through. Who's going to hire you at your age? Sure, I might be getting older. But I still have my skills, and I still have my conscience. I can't keep selling my soul for a paycheck, and signing off on fake reports anymore. Fine, get out of here then. You think Yuancheng will collapse without you? Not with me around. Don't look at me. The warehouse keys, the pending delivery lists, and the return forms. I'm leaving them all right here. I've also highlighted any problematic batches in red. My handover is officially done, and I refuse to take the blame for your lies anymore. Brother Chu. Xiao Sha, being busy isn't the scary part. What's terrifying is knowing exactly what's wrong, but being forced to sign off on it as right. He's just a glorified warehouse manager. Mr. Han, Mr. Chin. Please, Boss Luo, take a seat. The company has been a bit chaotic lately, so just bear with us. After all our years of doing business together, do you really think we'd shortchange you? I value our relationship, which is exactly why I came here in person today. As for the building A materials, the training manuals, and the Ruahe restock, plus the 3 rush deliveries, the grand total comes to 58,600. Need 30,000 settled today, and a clear payment schedule for the rest. Boss Luo, Yuancheng isn't going to bail on its debts. We're just waiting on some receivables, give us a few more days. I already gave you an extension. Back when Cheng Yuan was running things, he knew exactly when to purchase, when to pay, and which orders carried high risks. He'd send over a plan well in advance. Now, you demand rush orders every single day, while constantly dragging out your payment terms. I have my own suppliers to pay too. Pending. Boss Luo, you're treating us like outsiders now. Pending. Do you really think Yuancheng is short on this little bit of money? Mr. Han, the 7 o'clock Ruahe restock hasn't been delivered. It's already 9:30. We are discussing finances here, who told you to interrupt? Pending. As for that batch of standard paper and ink for Ruahe, I'll ship it the second the money hits my account. Pending. No money, no shipping. Pending. Boss Luo, are you trying to back me into a corner? I am cutting my losses. Trust isn't something you can just drink your way into at a dinner table. It's built by paying your bills on time, one by one. If you cut off our supply now and Yuancheng goes under, we're going to lose a massive client in the long run. Pending. Pending. The project is already failing. If I don't see that first payment by 3 o'clock today, all of Yuancheng's rush orders will be suspended. From now on, it's cash up front before any goods are shipped. He's just a supplier, and he dares to give me attitude? We can't even scrape together 30,000 from the company accounts right now. Mr. Han, if Boss Luo cuts our supply, we won't be able to restock the standard specs. If we use cheap knockoffs again, Ruahe is going to investigate. Then let them investigate. Just find some cheap inventory that can ship immediately, and let's just bluff our way through today. Alright, I'll check our discount channels. Supplier, order confirmed. Mr. Han, the Ruahe ink cartridges are leaking, and the paper in Building C tears the second you fold it. Building A is pushing for the retest again. All 3 need to be handled today. Get back to Ruahe first. Don't let Lin Man go crying to Shu Likun again. Get back to Building A first. Manager Lee is the most ruthless with the penalty deductions. Then what about Building C? It's unresolved. They have a training session this afternoon and they've already posted pictures in the group. Still unresolved. In the past, Mr. Cheng would set the priorities. It was based on who had the highest risk of breaching the contract and the biggest impact. We are all clear on that. Right now, I can only see who is yelling the loudest. Whoever is yelling the loudest, reply to them first. We need to put out these fires. I'm not yelling at you. Unresolved. Unresolved. I'm just asking if anyone is actually handling this. You said you'd restock yesterday, and today it's leaking again. Are you using my training session to test your products? Manager Lin, we are getting it sorted out right now. Every time, it's getting it sorted out. Unresolved. I want a specific person, a specific time, and the exact source of the materials. Manager Lin, I'll send you the source of the materials as soon as it's confirmed. Fine, then I'll report this situation to the park management first. Unresolved. Building A's retest has been dragged out for half a day again. Didn't you promise to restock everything within 3 days? Unresolved. The follow-up contact has been changed 3 times already. Unresolved. Manager Lee, I am personally taking charge of this. Then give me a specific time right now. Today, before we get off work today. Mr. Han, no one is heading to Building A before the end of the day. Ruahe and Building C haven't even been handled yet. Who told you to speak up? I was afraid you'd promise another deadline we can't meet. Mr. Han, I just received joint feedback from Ruahe, Building A, and Building C. Substandard materials, maintenance reworks, and delayed responses. All 3 issues blew up at the exact same time. Manager Shu, these are all unexpected situations. We are handling it right now. I don't want to hear handling it. By 6 o'clock tonight, I need the arrival time of your staff, the source of the materials, and the follow-up results. If you're vague with me again, the new project evaluations will be suspended immediately. Right now, everyone is on edge, and everyone has the power to deduct penalties. Customer group messages are blowing up. Customer group messages, everyone is complaining. Mr. Cheng, for the exact same park opening materials, others quoted 32,000, but your quote is 38,000. That's a 6,000 difference. I have to explain this to the boss. Manager Xiao, I used to think we could do it for 32,000 too. But then it almost broke our cash flow. 38,000 isn't expensive, it's just factoring in the risks ahead of time. 2 return visits, night setups, a backup vehicle, wear and tear, and follow-ups. They are all included in there. Quoted by. Sure, I could quote you 32,000, but if anything goes wrong, the cost comes straight out of the delivery quality and our reputation. Then what if there are no return visits required? If there are no return visits, we'll refund that specific item based on the actual costs. We aren't hiding hidden fees. It's just about being upfront about where things could go wrong. We have enough nameplates in stock, but we are short 20 information bags. The mineral water supplier will confirm this afternoon. 256. Yellow means pending confirmation, and red means we can't make a promise. You wrote it down before even confirming it? Aren't you afraid the client will think you're totally unprepared? I am afraid, but I'm even more afraid of pretending something is confirmed when it's not. And just telling them, it's handled. Clients can accept risks, but they won't accept being played for fools. Let's move on to the schedule. It's supposed to rain on Wednesday. It's going to rain on Wednesday, and with the construction at the park's back gate, vehicles can only enter through the east gate. So, the large items will be moved up to the morning, and the small items will be restocked in the afternoon. We might not need the backup vehicle, but we have to secure it first. I get it now. You're not just selling a spreadsheet. You're laying out all the potential risks right up front. Now, onto the last item. Whoever signs for it handles the follow-up. The response time for any issues. Everything goes on the spreadsheet. Without a closed loop, the order isn't done. I'm willing to test this process for a week. We'll let you run a 1-week pilot at Nanchao Creative Park first. The price is set at 38,000 with a 40% advance payment. If things go smoothly, we'll talk long-term. For this 1-week pilot, we only guarantee what's in the scope of work. Anything beyond that, we'll have to reassess. Hanji Zhang, look at this. He sure moves fast. The moment our clients start complaining, his side is boasting about 0 complaints. New, 3,320. How could it be such a coincidence? 1. He's definitely poaching our clients and suppliers behind our backs. Unprocessed. Chin, Nanchao Creative Park isn't even Yuan Chang's client. Unprocessed. Unprocessed. Zhou Qiming's side is a new project too. Unprocessed. They aren't the orders we left unfinished. What do you know? Word spreads among clients. Today, Nanchao is singing his praises. Tomorrow, the folks at Qinghu will think Yuan Chang is useless. He just wants to step on Yuan Chang to climb to the top. Unprocessed. Boss Han, the clients are unhappy right now. Unprocessed. It's because of the material delays and unresolved after-sales issues. Unprocessed. If we fix those first, maybe we can still stabilize the situation. Fix it? Unprocessed. All you do every single day is tell me to fix things. Start. The more I try to fix things here, the messier it gets, while everything over there goes perfectly for him. And you're telling me he's not playing dirty? No one is taking Ruihei's second restock order. I'm not driving. Settle my gas money and night shift pay first. You see? Even the drivers are rebelling against us now. The second Cheng Yuan makes a move. Everyone in this company loses their minds. Old Chu left, little Lu is throwing a fit, and the clients are all going to him. It's all connected. It's not connected, it's just that everyone is at their breaking point. You can't just sit here anymore. Clients only want to hear pretty words right now. Cheng Yuan pretends to play by the rules. So go confront him face to face. Ask him if he's poaching our clients. Ask him if he's deliberately trying to tear Yuan Chang down. Go to his office? Yes. Let all the clients see for themselves. Let them see just how clean his so-called rules really are. Once his reputation is ruined, the clients won't blindly trust him anymore. Boss Han, if you go make a scene right now, the clients will lose even more faith in Yuan Chang. Shut up. It's not your place to tell me how to save my own company. Cheng Yuan, you sure know how to put on an act. Look at this, everyone. The moment Yuan Chang runs into trouble, he starts bragging about his 0 complaints. How could it be such a coincidence? Boss Han, I'm the one who reached out to Mr. Cheng for this project. It has nothing to do with Yuan Chang. Of course you'd take his side. He's been poaching my clients and suppliers behind my back. He tore Yuan Chang apart, and now he's out here pretending to play by the rules. You're saying I poached your clients? Do you have proof? The proof is right here. Yuan Chang is drowning in complaints, while you have 0 complaints. Clients are already asking for your address. And you're still denying that you poached them? Pull up the 3 documents. The contract directory of historical orders, the basic ledger, and the export records for offline forms. Both parties signed for them on the day of the handover. After I left, I agreed not to interfere with Yuan Chang's existing contracts. I don't touch your old orders. You were the ones who prepared all of this yourselves. Han Zhijiang signed it. Qin Xiaoyun signed it too. Handover time, May 20th, 2025. Then why are the clients coming to you? Handover time, May 20th, 2025. Why did the suppliers cut us off? Why won't the staff listen? You dare say you had nothing to do with it? Clients came to me because you broke your delivery promises. Suppliers cut you off because you dragged out payments. The staff can't hold on anymore. Because of the fake schedules and empty promises piling up on them. I warned you before I left. Quotes must be double-checked, schedules calibrated, and after sales fully resolved. You said I just clicked keyboards. Said Yuan Chang would keep running fine no matter who left. Now that it's crashing, you say I sabotaged you? Stop acting innocent. Yuan Chang turned into this mess exactly when you left. Then let's lay out the timeline. Tomorrow morning, Qinghu Park. Right in front of Shu Likun. We'll go through the handover lists, rectification records, customer complaints, and payment logs, one by one. Zhijiang, let's go for now. Fine, let's check them. I really want to see who's lying. Mr. Cheng, so when you left. The boundaries were already set this clearly. I wrote them clearly, but that doesn't stop some people from pretending to be blind. Manager Shu, I'll just say this. Yuan Chang rectification form. Yuan Chang rectification form. As soon as Cheng Yuan left, Yuan Chang fell into chaos. Does he dare say he didn't do it on purpose? Yuan Chang rectification form. We're not doing emotions today, we're sticking to the timeline. This is the handover list. Contract directories, historical orders, basic ledgers, export records, offline forms. They signed for all of it. Signing for documents doesn't mean he didn't keep things hidden. What did I keep hidden? Be specific. Before you left, you knew perfectly well that quoting, scheduling, and after sales couldn't function without you, yet you still walked away. Isn't that just pure sabotage? This was the reminder before I left. Quoting needs a double check on labor, travel, and wear and tear. Scheduling needs calibration for vehicles and breach risks. After sales needs designated personnel in charge. To every single item, you replied, noted. I saw that too. Knowing is one thing. When things get busy, who has that kind of time? You used substandard paper and ink and said it's been arranged. What does that have to do with Cheng Yuan? The materials for building it were delayed, and the remeasurements were never followed up on. That was also your own promise. Then why did the suppliers cut us off right at this moment? Taijuang's premium orders, wasn't it because they saw Cheng Yuan setting up his own shop, so they turned their backs on us? Luo Jiancheng wrote it out very clearly. 32 yuan, reason for suspension, payment delays, temporary rush orders, rising quality complaints. Cheng Yuan's name is nowhere on here. These are the boundary clauses for the new project. We don't take Yuan Chang's unfinished contracts, and we don't poach old orders. Lin Man did come to me. I just told her to keep factual records according to the contract. Right, he didn't take my old orders. Mr. Han, Cheng Yuan handed over the materials. He warned you of the risks. And he didn't take your unfinished orders after he left. Since you knew all along that he wouldn't be involved anymore, why didn't you prepare someone to double-check quotes, someone in charge of scheduling, and someone to close the loop on after sales? The company has so much going on, there's always an adaptation period. The adaptation process shouldn't make the customers pay the price for you. No need to argue about who's lying. The timeline will tell. Urgent revision files. Of course you'd say that now. Weren't all those past orders brought in by me drinking with clients? Without customers, what profit are you even counting? Pull up the historical projects, anonymize the data. The year 2023, month 0, day 0. For this order, the price Mr. Han brought back was 46,000. Rectification record. It looked like a gross profit of 12,000. But if you don't factor in mid-month restocking, temporary extra deliveries, and the 15-day payment period. Rectification record. The cash flow would completely break by the second week. 00, 7, 70, 10, 00, 22, 67, 26, 00. No wonder the customer was rushing us to restock back then. Our warehouse isn't a mess at all. And I was the one who negotiated that price down. For that equipment maintenance order, you bid way too low. So low, we only had 3,000 in profit. So why didn't we lose money? Complaint records. It's because I calculated the spare parts delivery cycle ahead of time. Complaint records. We completely bypassed the night shift labor costs. I merged the follow-up visits onto the exact same route. Is that why you guys managed a 3-hour response time back then? It wasn't luck. It was meticulously planned out. For the park opening materials project, our quote was 5,000 lower than our competitors. The reason it could be that low is because I checked the weather, the entrances, and the construction vehicle routes beforehand, and factored the wear and tear right into the quote. I didn't just cross my fingers and ignore the risks. I put the risks exactly where they belonged. So a low price doesn't mean it's cheap. We only dared to go low because the math was rock solid. Exactly. We dared to go low because we knew exactly where we couldn't cut corners. But you guys, you want to cut corners everywhere. And that's why everything is falling apart. Mr. Han, this data proves that Yuan Chang used to win low bids and still deliver quality results. It wasn't just about smooth-talking clients. Oh, anyone can be a genius in hindsight. The projects are already finished. Of course he's going to make himself sound like the hero. But these spreadsheets weren't made after the fact. Every single one has a pre-quote version and adjustments made during execution. Along with a post-settlement review. The timestamps are all right there. I used to help Mr. Chang organize these review sheets every single week. Moving on to the next item. Why did the suppliers cut us off? Mr. Luo, Yuan Chang claims the suppliers cut them off because you guys turned on them the moment Cheng Yuan started his own business. You said the real reason has absolutely nothing to do with Cheng Yuan. I stopped taking rush orders because Yuan Chang was dragging their feet on payments, constantly throwing last-minute demands at us, and racking up quality complaints. Come on, Luo, there's no need to be so harsh. We've been working together for years, and now you're publicly throwing me under the bus? Let him finish talking. When Cheng Yuan was here, he'd send over the procurement plan for the following month on the 25th of every single month. It was crystal clear which batches were urgent and which could wait. 27-8, 2035-29, and we would sync up on the payment milestones in advance. 2027-27. But this past month, you guys are screaming for paper in the morning and begging for ink by the afternoon. Demanding overnight deliveries, and then the next day telling me the payment hasn't cleared. Look, projects change at the last minute, how can anyone be perfectly accurate every single time? Changes happen, sure, but you can't expect the suppliers to front the money every single time. Yuan Chang still owes me 58,600. It's not me being difficult, your accounting is a total disaster. Mr. Zhao, what about your side? I used to supply temporary materials for Yuan Chang. But then Mr. Chin kept squeezing my prices, forcing me to switch to cheaper batches. He even told me to make sure the packaging didn't look too obvious. Zhao Ming, what the hell are you talking about? When did I ever tell you to hide the packaging? It's all right here in the chat logs. You literally said the clients probably wouldn't notice, so we should just slash the costs first. And later, when the Ruihei office had toner leaks, and Building C had tearing paper? That was the exact same batch of goods. So you're telling me my training room was stocked with the cheap batches you negotiated for? Manager Lin, that was just a temporary substitution. It doesn't affect the usage. Well, it clearly already did. Here are the rectification documents. Rectification documents. The photos, the breakdown logs, and the complaint records are all right here. Rectification documents. Enough. Are you all just here to gang up and tear Yuan Chang down? Did Cheng Yuan pay you all off or something? Han Zhijiang. Do you seriously still think everyone is just playing you? Then why the hell is everyone taking your side? Ching. I'm not taking anyone's side. I'm just here to collect my money. I'm not taking anyone's side either. I am not taking the blame for quality issues anymore. Messy purchasing plans, payments spiraling out of control. You cut prices by switching batches, and quality complaints shoot up. Mr. Han, all of this is happening right here internally. It is not that the clients are suddenly getting hard to please. It is because we are actually a total mess. Oh, you sure have a lot to say now. The moment a client throws a fit, you all just dump the blame on the company. They are not passing the buck, the clients have been keeping track. January 1st, 2023, Ruihei. 3 missed deliveries, 2 material mix-ups, 202. Building C's retest is still pending, restocks are delayed, and the substitute paper quality is completely subpar. Manager Shu, clients exaggerate sometimes too. We are in the service industry, who doesn't get a few complaints? Looking at these complaint logs, we are not demanding absolute perfection. What we want is for someone to handle things when problems pop up. Every time, you say, right away, working on it, or already assigned, but no one ever shows up on site. The materials were wrong, and the same goes for Building A. It is not that the equipment cannot break down, it is that you knew damn well no one double-checked it. Yet you still promised it would be done before clocking out. I only found out later that you literally did not have the manpower for it. And there is one more thing they all have in common. Across all these complaints, what pisses the clients off the most isn't the mistakes. It is your empty promises. Those messages, I was forced to send them. Shaw. Some shipments couldn't make it, some calls were ignored, and some materials weren't even bought. But Mr. Han told me to just stall the clients first, and Ms. Chin told me not to give a definitive answer. Every single day I am just covering up lies. Han Zhijiang, no one is brainwashing these clients. The clients are looking at the facts. You shut up. Easy for you to say when you are not the one dealing with it. I am not kicking you while you are down. I didn't write these records. They were left behind, line by line, by the clients, the suppliers, and your own employees. I see exactly what is wrong with Yuan Chang. Delays, reworks, empty promises, and zero follow-up on after-sales. Just paperwork to sweep things under the rug. This is not a one-time slip-up, it is a total collapse of your service capabilities. By next week, all assessments for Yuan Chang's new projects will be suspended. Existing projects will be inspected and double-checked, one by one. Suspending new projects? Yes. Once your trust is bankrupt, no one can save you. Mr. Han, Ruahe, Building A, and Building C are still unresolved. Manager Shu is going to double-check them one by one tomorrow. Let's just take care of these first, okay? Take care of them? Take care of them until when? You think fixing a few complaint forms is going to keep Yuan Chang alive? Zhejiang, there is an external project. The total payout is 280,000 with a 30% advance. If we land this, 84,000 hits our account immediately. A 3-day exhibition, materials, equipment, staff, and vehicles. Yuan Chang has to coordinate all of it. Mr. Han, we haven't even assigned someone to handle the secondary stock for Ruahe yet. Jinghu might have suspended our new projects, but the rest of the world hasn't. If we pull this off, we can patch up all our previous debts. But old Chu quit, Lu's gas money hasn't been reimbursed, and boss Luo cut off our supplies. A huge order means fronting the cash for materials, labor, and transport. The risk is way too high. We still have 91,000 in the account. Let's pull 60,000 for the deposit and materials. The rest will keep us afloat for 3 days. Once the project payment clears, we can get everything moving again. Ms. Chin, what about the staff's wages? What about the suppliers demanding their money? And the client compensations? If we don't gamble on this now, no one is getting paid anyway. Mr. Han, we are deciding on the service provider by 10 a.m. tomorrow. You need to be on site by 6 p.m. tomorrow evening for a 3-day event. Any equipment failures must be addressed within 10 minutes. Missing materials will be penalized by the hour. Can you guys handle this? We can. Yuan Chang has been managing park services for years. The complaint forms are pending. Complaint ticket, pending. We can handle a mixed project like this, no problem. What about the quote? Daily file. 268,000. Chin, we haven't even factored in labor and night transport. That works. It's under our budget. Send the confirmation by 10 tonight. We need to submit the setup plan by 9 tomorrow morning. Mr. Han, this isn't a comeback. We're gambling our last dime on this. If we win, we all survive. If we lose, well, we'll talk about that later. If you don't pay for the gas and night shifts, I'm not driving tomorrow. Dongcheng Exhibition Outsourcing Project, quote submitted. Mr. Han, we're short 80 signboards. We're missing 30 extension cords, and the backup mics aren't here yet. Just set up what we have. We'll restock the missing gear this afternoon. This afternoon? The client is inspecting the site at 6. They'll dock our pay by the hour for every missing item. Luo Jiancheng says if we don't clear our old tab, he won't ship the rest of the gear. The temp agency said they only got 8 guys. The rest won't show up unless we pay half a day's wage up front. 8 guys? The quote clearly said 20. There are only 8 on site. Lu just texted back too. Gas and night pay haven't been cleared. He's not moving his truck. Every single one of you is shaking me down for cash. This is not how Yuan Chang used to operate. In the past, Cheng Yuan had the money, the crew, the trucks, and the gear sorted out beforehand. We didn't rely on you screaming at the site. Mr. Han, where are the truck routes? What about the crew assignments? Who's handling the 10-minute response for equipment failures? If the client makes last-minute changes, who logs them? Manager Du, we can coordinate all of this on-site. On-site coordination doesn't mean flying blind. This schedule of yours only has times. There are no assignees, no quantities, and 0 risk management plans. Temporary routing. Temporary routing. You quoted for 20 guys, but only 8 signed in. Temporary routing. The inventory lists 120 sets, but there are only 40 on site. Temporary routing. Temporary routing. You listed 3 trucks, and not a single one has shown up yet. Does Yuan Chang even have a master coordinator anymore? Manager Du, give me half an hour. I'll fix this right now. Mr. Han, the advance payment we agreed on last night hasn't come through. If the money isn't in our account by 2 p.m., the rest of the guys aren't coming. And the 8 guys here will walk too. There's only a little over 30,000 left in the account. Mr. Han, the inspection is at 6. If it still looks like this, they won't just dock our pay. They'll fire us on the spot. What the hell are you doing? The inspection is at 6, and you're walking out now? Missing items. Mr. Han, the advance payment never showed up. If it's not in the account by 2 p.m., we're done working. As soon as the client wires the money tonight, I will pay everyone in full. That's exactly what you said last night. We're here to work, not to float your expenses. I'll wire 10,000 right now. Can you just keep the guys here? 10,000 barely covers a fraction of their wages. It leaves absolutely nothing for transport, materials, or the contingency fund. Then take it out of the staff performance bonuses for now. We'll pay them back once the project money comes in. Routing. Mr. Han, you already docked our bonuses last month. For that Ruhe complaint ticket. I still have no idea why that was pinned on me. And now, half the gear for Dongcheng isn't even here. Yet you want me to sign off on site fully set up? I am not signing that. The company has kept you all fed for so long, and at a critical moment like this, you're all nickeling and diming me? It's not that we don't care about loyalty. It's just that nobody wants to spend every day covering up your lies. Mr. Han, I don't mind the hard work, and I don't care if the client yells at me. What scares me is knowing it's completely wrong, but still having to lie for you and say, everything is fine. Xiaosha, you're leaving too? I'm just following the handover process. I'll help out on site today until the inspection is done. But fake records, fake sign-offs, and fake progress reports? I'm not filling those out. Mr. Han, I've already resigned. I had Ms. Chin sign my handover checklist before I left. Old Chu, just come back and cover for 3 days, I'll pay you extra. It's not about the 3 days. None of you manage the site properly, and nobody takes responsibility. If I come back, I'll just be another scapegoat. Mr. Han, the gas money for the last 2 trips and the night shift pay still haven't been settled. Trucks don't run on loyalty, they run on gas. Mr. Han, it's 2 o'clock. Where is everyone? Where are the trucks for the Fuxi route? You said you'd have the updated schedule ready in half an hour. Is it done yet? 9. Mr. Han, the site isn't ready for inspection. We need to verify the execution records right now. Manager Du, we had a slight, temporary change in staff today. We'll definitely have everyone here by tomorrow morning. It's not a slight change. You quoted us for 20 people, but there are only 8 on site. 120 sets of materials, but only 40 have arrived. 3 vehicles promised, 0 have shown up. There's just a misunderstanding with the numbers. Some materials are still on the way, and the staff are arriving in batches. On the way means they aren't here. And if they're arriving in batches, there should be an arrival time, a person in charge, and a contact number. None of that is on your list. Xiaosha, write down the schedule for the remaining arrivals. Mr. Han, if the people aren't confirmed, I can't write them down as present. And if the trucks aren't here, I can't mark them as active. Are you really throwing the company under the bus at a time like this? I'm just trying to leave the company with one last honest record. You collected an advance of 84,000. You put down 62,000 for procurement expenses, 36,000 is reserved for labor, and 18,000 for the trucks. Those 3 alone already exceed the advance payment, and yet not a single one of them has actually been completed on site. For big projects, we always cover the costs first and collect later. You can't just look at how things are today. What we're looking at is your ability to deliver. Right now, your quotes, your procurement logs, and your on-site records are all contradicting each other. That's only temporary. Once the final payment for the project comes through, it will all balance out. You owe 18,000 for the temp workers, 57, 56, 67. 24,000 for expedited trucks, and a penalty deduction of 51,000 for missing items. And that doesn't even include tomorrow and the day after. How could the deficit be this huge? Because when the quote was made, you didn't factor in the labor costs, the night shifts, or the penalties for missing items. These are exactly the kinds of deals Cheng Yuan used to stop. If you don't have everything sorted by 6 o'clock, we are suspending our partnership. We'll make deductions based on your failure to meet the standards. Mr. Han, a pretty quote on paper won't fix the mess on site. Mr. Han, today isn't about doing favors, it's about delivery. Manager Shu, the East City job was just a temporary project. It won't affect the industrial park. We'll have everything back to normal right away. The second restock for Ruahe still isn't finalized, and Building A is delayed by 4 hours. As for Building C, there's absolutely no one following up on after sales. Rectification review logs. The industrial park's guard post was left empty twice yesterday. Safety compliance reports. You say it doesn't affect things, but the client's records tell a different story. The empty post was just a scheduling misunderstanding. We've already arranged for makeup shifts. Safety compliance reports. Complaint records. Project logs. Ms. Chin, the makeup shifts haven't been scheduled yet. Complaint records. Project logs. Complaint records. Project logs. We had 2 empty shifts yesterday morning. Complaint records. Project logs. 3 different clients came looking for someone in the afternoon. Complaint records. Project logs. The front desk logged all of it. Complaint records. Project logs. Xiaosha, the company's very survival is on the line right now. I know. Which is exactly why I won't write down things that haven't happened as already scheduled. The park administration has decided to terminate all future service contracts with Yuancheng. All unfinished projects must be handed over within 2 days. Any delays and rework that have already occurred, project initiation documents, will be penalized and deducted item by item as per the contract. Manager Shu, after so many years of working together, you're just cutting us off with a single notice? It's not just a single notice. You made promises time and time again, only to break them every single time, making the clients take the fall for your mess. There are still 3 months left on the contract. If you handle things like this, how is our company supposed to survive? Mr. Chin, the clients need to survive too. The park can't just stake normal business operations. On your blind luck, give me 1 more week. I'll get fully staffed, calm the suppliers down, and handle every single complaint. Right now, you can't even tell me how many people or how much stock will arrive today, let alone who's going to close the loop. Mr. Han. Connections can't cover a company's losses, and you can't renew your credit just by talking. Complaint records. Complaint records. Mr. Han, Yuancheng didn't just fall apart today. It started falling apart when everyone became too scared to offend you with the truth. Complaint records. Please send over the handover list before 5 p.m. this afternoon. No more empty promises, I only care about the actual records. Mr. Han, stop hiding. You owe 126,000 on the old balance, I need a straight answer today. Boss Luo, Yuancheng has had clients here for years. Do you really think we'd short you this little bit of money? Clients? The park just terminated your contract. What leverage do you even have over me? Mr. Luo, we'll pay 20,000 first, and split the rest into 3 installments. If you don't clear the balance today, all future shipments stop. And for the old debt, we'll process it as a breach of contract. Mr. Han, the Dongcheng project failed inspection. We're deducting 87,000 for the missing items and delays. Your advance payment isn't enough to cover the deduction. Please confirm the compensation for the difference by tomorrow noon. 87,000? Your bleeding is dry. This is based on the service terms you signed yourself. We have the site records, photos, and inspection sheets to prove it. Suppliers need 126,000, the Dongcheng difference is 87,000, and the park's deductions haven't even come out yet. We're still owed 63,000 in back pay. Mr. Han, we aren't here to pick a fight. When are we getting paid? You can calculate our performance bonuses based on our actual responsibilities. But you can't use our wages to fill the hole for the bad orders you took. You're all just ganging up on me. What good does it do any of you if this company goes under? We weren't the ones who ran this company into the ground. Sell the car, get rid of the computers, printers, and warehouse shelves too. Use that to cover a portion of it first. We still owe the final payment on that car. The second-hand price for the equipment isn't worth much either. Even if we sell everything, it'll only cover a small fraction of it. How did all of this happen overnight? It wasn't overnight. You just kept refusing to open your eyes. Hanji Jiang, you were the one who insisted on taking this Dongcheng order. I warned you it was high risk, but you said if we won, we'd all survive. You warned me? Who was the one that hammered out the quote for 268,000? With only 91,000 left in the account, who said putting down 60,000 would buy us 3 days? If I didn't put the money down, how were you supposed to turn things around? When the park suspended us, you were walking around like a zombie. I was the one out there hunting for orders. Suspension notice, complaint form, special notice, complaint form, special notice, suspension notice, suspension notice, complaint form, special notice, complaint form, special notice, suspension notice, suspension notice, complaint form, special notice. You hunted for orders? You were just greedy for that 84,000 in advance payments. Why did the suppliers cut us off? Wasn't it because you kept squeezing their prices, delaying payments, and swapping in cheap materials every single day? Then why did the clients run away? Suspension notice, complaint form. Wasn't it because you were out drinking every day and beating your chest? Promising them the moon? When Cheng Yuan tried to stop you, you called him a killjoy. And now that everything's gone to hell, you're blaming it all on me?